Hello, and welcome to Cloud of Witnesses, Journey with the Saints, a dynamic, full cast retelling of the lives of the saints. Every episode is written, recorded, and produced by our team of Orthodox Christians here in sunny San Diego, California. So brew yourself a hot cup of tea, grab yourself some popcorn, and enjoy this edifying voyage on today's episode of Cloud of Witnesses, Journey with the Saints.
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Nick.
Nick, this is actually coming true.
It's crazy.
It's
know.
Amazing.
We're live. We're on air. We're recording.
We've got a really exciting, brand new podcast that we are bringing to the Christian world that we are hoping is going to be edifying, educational, and inspiring.
Yes. Yeah. It's an interesting idea that we were just talking at church, and we were thinking about doing, like live action plays for the saints. And I don't know, out of nowhere, you just texted me with this idea of,
let's record them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You were saying like an audio book of the saints, and I was thinking, well, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah.
And then, what was your idea from there?
Well, if I can back up just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I remember, Nick, it was so awesome. One of the first times you and I were talking, we talked about Dostoevsky, right? You remember that?
Yeah, I totally remember.
And I remember this, we were talking about books and I could just sense that we both had this passion for the lives of the saints and bringing these things alive and just digging in.
And Orthodox literature,
Absolutely.
Spiritual literature in general.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And here we are. And so the idea, I think it just became, hey, why don't we use all the talent that we have in this, amazing Orthodox community down here in San Diego?
Yeah.
Let's get their talents and let's turn some of these stories of the saints and let's bring them alive.
Yeah, exactly. So here we are. Unfortunately, we don't actually have a story at this moment. It's a bit of a teaser. Our first episode is actually going to be Friday, December 23rd.
Get ready.
It's coming up soon. It's going to be what we like to call an Orthodox Christmas carol. A couple of years back, zooming way back, we were reading the prologue of Oak Read by St. Nikolai Velimirovich, and he was talking about this saint. And even though it wasn't during Christmas time, this story of this saint sounded like an Orthodox version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
So perfect.
And we just thought, what if we turn this into a play? And that's actually like the original idea. We're like, this is good enough to be a play or something. So we actually turned it into a play.
Nick wrote it.
Yeah. The saints wrote it, really. They lived it and it was written down. But I just did some editing to turn it into, like a dramatized form. And then next thing we know, we've got this podcast a couple of years later, and we're like, well, we could just turn it into like a narrated live action audiobook of sorts.
And that's the idea. The idea, for those of you listening, is the kind of the old time, a little throwback to the old time family sitting around the radio, listening to a full cast of characters. You might hear some music in there, some sound effects. And we just hope to just make it fun, dynamic, and
edifying.
Ultimately. Absolutely.
Yes. So, like I said, what we also want to do is we want to plan the lives of saints close to their feast days. So even though St. Peter, who we're going to be recording his life and dramatizing his life for you guys and releasing it on the 23rd, right before Christmas, his feast day is actually in the summertime, but it's so Christmas-esque that's why we moved his to now. But for most of the saints, we're going to try to release their story, write their story, and then release their story close to their feast day. So we're hoping to do St. Anthony the Great, huge saint in the church, huge saint. Basically the first monk and ascetic, Christian ascetic of the world. His feast day is coming up mid-January. So the hope is,
Look for that one to drop soon.
Yeah, we're hoping, to release one at least once a month, maybe even two, just based on the calendar of the saints and the calendar of our lives.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But that's the idea. So thanks for tuning in, and we hope you guys will tune in this Friday the 23rd for St. Peter the Merciful, what we like to call, quote unquote, an Orthodox Christmas carol.
Going to be really, really exciting, you guys. We're hoping that you guys can join us. If you're interested in following up on us right now, you can go to Instagram. We've got an Instagram account. It's Cloud of Witnesses Radio. So if you just do a search on Instagram, Cloud of Witnesses Radio, same handle also over on YouTube. We're going to be dropping this episode the 23rd on YouTube, but we'll give some clips and whatnot on Instagram as well.
Indeed. Hope to see you there.
We're really excited, you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Merry early Christmas.